And your eyes do not deceive you. There are 4 of us on screen. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Karl Karufel is back, thankfully, this week. It was a long, arduous 2 weeks of not being able to be on programming. But, guys, thank you for allowing me back in and letting me come and share this time with all of you for Monday Night Raw.
Oh, we're glad to have you back, brother. I know I took last week off as well. I needed the mental break, and I spent about 4.5, 5 hours on the highway driving the kid halfway back to his mom. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, welcome back, you guys. It was very weird that Chris and I were the only ones doing it. It was a Monday Night Chris along.
It really was.
I have to admit, it was weird not being here and how slow Raw went without being in the show last week.
All you had to do was listen because I had the cover notes, apparently. Speaking of which,
especially with you cutting or writing down how many friggin' commercial breaks we went through last week.
Oh, Jesus.
You think we're going to get the same amount tonight for this edition of Monday Night Raw that's starting off with Drew McIntyre? Joe coming in. Good evening to you as well, Joe. I did not forget about you. I did get your text message. I've been working all day. I will be messaging you back very, very soon.
Good evening, Joe. How you doing, brother?
So how many commercial breaks were there last week?
15.
No.
There were 15 commercial breaks.
What the hell?
That was in just the first hour alone?
So give me the cliff notes. What have I missed in the last 2 weeks on Monday Night Raw?
All right. So,
well, the big one is what you're seeing on your screen right now with Drew McIntyre explaining his actions from kicking Jey Uso last week.
Yeah, so during the main event last week, we had Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso go for the tag team championships against Damian Priest and Finn Balor, and everyone who was in the War Games match was banned, not just from ringside, but from the entire arena.
Oh.
And that was done before JD McDonough officially got his welcome notice into the Judgment Day, where Damian Priest himself handed him a Judgment Day custom vest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because JD's obviously on Team Judgment Day for War Games, so they made that official. So that left Drew McIntyre being able to interfere in the match because he was not in the War Games match.
Gotcha.
And he then kicked the main event out of Jey Uso as he cost main event Jey and the American Nightmare a chance to reclaim their titles.
And then afterwards, Drew joined Rhea Ripley up on the stage, and we faded out to them being up on the stage
with a handshake.
Yeah.
Or I like to refer to it as the Canadian Michael J. Fox. I mean, it's not a joke. I mean, you guys just, hey, he's a local boy. He's an Edmonton boy. So go to.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that?
Yes.
Drew McIntyre in a house show on the weekend said during his entrance when the camera was on him, it's like, if you guys want to talk about how you think you know the answers, why don't you try asking the source?
Okay.
I thought that was a really good line.
Oh. Now
I got to ask you guys a real important question. Who uses more jet black dye on their hair, Drew McIntyre or Big Daddy Cool Diesel? Legit
Diesel.
question.
Diesel.
Drew McIntyre was a brunette when he first moved over.
I love how McIntyre, even while the entrance theme is going on, still continued.
Yes.
Yeah. There's something about Jey Uso when he has the microphone that I just don't see 100% confidence in. It's like when he spitballs it, he's more confident. But when he's kind of doing what he's doing now, you think like it feels like he's off a script. It doesn't seem real. How many people think Randy Orton's going to be here? Let's just get that elephant out of the room, shall we?
It's already confirmed he's at the arena tonight.
Oh, I know, but like
Really? Because I read a rumor killer that he may not appear tonight, and it was just may not.
because I only
Please
have a
let it be so.
I have a
Let
theory.
it be so.
I have a theory that he's at Raw to get his full medical clearance to return back to the ring, like official medical clearance.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be at Survivor Series, maybe not in the War Games match per se, but maybe, as I would prefer him to be, the guy that meets Gunther after he beats the living awesomeness out of The Miz. And we see the man with everybody saying, the man that Cody Rhodes helped to save on SmackDown, join them in War Games.
Yeah, I could see that.
Night. Although I do bet it's Randy Orton.
I really, really hope so. Basser, my brother, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you.
I was muted to watch the McIntyre promo. Joe, hello. How are you doing? How's your night?
Where did Adam Pearce appear from?
His mom at some point?
Yeah. He entered with the Wombstone pile driver. You're welcome.
Okay, like, is that really much of a threat, though?
Well, it just takes away the advantage match tonight.
Okay, so we're getting a repeat storyline from what happened on SmackDown.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
How freaking amazing to hear that promo. Yes, because that was a promo from Adam Pearce right now. Oh, gave me goosebumps, my man. Joe, I assume you're working.
Oh,
we will
and
definitely do our best to have a good show. And if you're working, have a good shift.
And be safe. I want them to redo the JD versus Sammy match from last week, run that back, and have JD get a clean win on Sammy to look strong on his own going into War Games.
I'd be fine
Okay.
with that.
Of all guys, I would think he would need that type of win more than anyone.
True.
And then Randy Orton could come out and RKO his Funko Pop head. Then that would be okay.
Well, then definitely make sure you're taking it easy, Joe.
Oh shit, Joe, get well soon, brother.
I'm actually really looking forward to this Becky Lynch Xia Li match.
Yes.
And it is rumored that Damage Control is backstage at Raw tonight.
Ooh.
Interesting.
As we saw on SmackDown, Becky Lynch added to Team Belair, Charlotte, and Shotzi for War Games, going up against Damage Control.
And we're starting off with
face to face.
And we're starting off with Nia Jax. She's going to be taking on Raquel Rodriguez tonight.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm hoping for a good match.
Yep.
I'm hoping Raquel brings out the aggressiveness here, because this is a match where, all jokes aside, I mean, we all know how aggressive Nia can be.
Yes.
But I look at like Nia as like, you know what type of performer she is. Like, you know that she's going to hit you. You know she's going to pick you up. You know what you get. So if you don't bring it to combat her, she's going to pick you apart.
Yeah.
Right. Almost needs to be more of a ground game from Raquel. Have her use a little bit of that strong grapple game as opposed to trying to overpower her.
Yes.
Right.
And this match is really going to show who is, quote unquote, the dominant force.
Yes.
On Monday Night Raw. I mean, yeah, Rhea Ripley's there, and we can talk all about her dominance as champion. But
so could we call her the dominant force in ladies' entertainment?
Well, she's the irresistible force.
Yes.
Right, but that's really not used as much anymore. Is it time to maybe pull in something different?
I wouldn't be opposed to a different nickname.
No, I mean,
because to be completely honest, I don't find her irresistible.
Me neither.
She's probably an amazing person, but I don't see
Carl,
that, right? I see her as more.
She's not like most
powerful.
Girls,
right?
No, she's not.
That's all I'm going to say, because I have no idea what they are trying to imply. I'm just saying what they quoted for years and years and years and years.
Right. Yeah. And I think that at this point, that's kind of run its course with Nia, and we should be maybe focusing more on a more dominating name for her as opposed to the irresistible force.
How about the Samoan slaughterhouse? Yeah.
Okay, I'm cool with
right.
that too. Yeah. Something
that sounds
that's
like
just going to show
cool
that powerfulness.
That sounds like a cool nickname and a cool stable name at that.
Well, I mean, it's all part of the bloodline, which I still think, why didn't they put her in the bloodline?
Right.
You're going to bring her back.
I don't know why, but they should have.
Sense.
She would have been excellent as the female muscle of that group.
She also would have been there to bring natural heat to the group as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He got a lot of female heels in WWE aren't getting.
Right.
And the heat was on her as soon as she made her return.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, capitalizing on that would have probably been a good thing to do.
Or
That would have
here's
been
one.
irresistible.
Here's a group, and they tell me a foursome that would actually get more heat. Other than, actually, I won't even say that. But you have Logan Paul, Dominic Mysterio, Santos Escobar, Nia Jax.
It's kind of an odd combination, but they are all 4 heat magnets right now.
Yeah.
That
all-
works incredibly well.
I mean, you can have Santos as your single star. You can have Logan and Dom tag up. And then you can have Nia Jax as your female.
And what works about it is that for each one of those names that you mentioned, it is natural heat.
Yes. They're all skilled for tags. They're all skilled for singles.
And they've all done something to Rey Mysterio in the past. Yes, Nia Jax once slammed Rey Mysterio in the Royal Rumble.
True.
Yep.
I can see through Rhea's ears.
Right.
Yes, you can.
It'd be really funny if she had like a photo of a young Dom, kind of like an ornament. Yeah.
Oh.
18 minutes. That's a good clip. It does look like Nia Jax has lost a good chunk of weight, though.
Yeah,
it does.
definitely it does. And you can see it in her face, which is really nice. Like
You can see it like everywhere. to be
you
quite
can.
honest.
I noticed it a lot more in the face, though.
Yeah.
Nia's always been a bigger girl.
Yep.
So I mean,
But she was a plus
doing-
size model.
Yeah, exactly. Right. She was doing plus size modeling, so
Kelly's
that's
gonna
sometimes
tan
hard
this
to.
for me to understand this back
past.
thing. There's part of me that wants to see Raquel get like acne on her back because, like, how fucking funny would that be? Like, she just goes there, she like pops a pimple as she goes in. It's like,
Oh,
yeah, my shoulder blades are so strong they pop shit.
Okay, so you were talking about the aggression of Raquel Rodriguez there. She came to the ring all smiles and tagging hands and stuff like that. I mean, her friend just got her ass beat not long ago. She should be in there just fucking taking it to Nia right now, you know? Like, she should have, like, Ultimate Warrior ran to the ring and took her down.
You mean what she did to start the match?
Yeah, except
Yeah.
with the walk to the ring, you know?
Or like what Connor McDavid's doing to the Florida Panthers right now. Booyah.
ooh,
Well, I saw Florida tie the game up before coming on, so
It's 3-2 Oilers now.
oh, okay.
Live update. Like, come on, Stu. I know you're always a little bit behind.
Nia,
Well, no,
that
I'm
looks
just not
so
following
weird.
I
TSN
know.
on my phone, so.
Yeah, no, I just gotta love
My
the
Leafs-
Sportsnet app.
And the
All
Leafs
right.
don't play till Friday, so
Oh yeah, because you guys get
another
You guys
week
need-
off coming back from Sweden.
get such the nicest schedule. Like, it's how do you guys have not won a cup in 40 plus years?
Have a whoever pops their back knee first match.
JJ, my brother,
Pat
from
me
another
on a
mother,
pole.
thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, JJ with the Dr. Pepper moment of the night so far.
Da-da-da-da. Or maybe you like bottle. Da-da-da-da. Oh yeah, I got you, Carl, didn't I?
What? Sorry.
Oh, I pulled out a can and a bottle of Dr. Pepper.
Oh, sorry, I
Yeah.
wasn't even watching that. I'm watching this matchup. We talked about that aggression that's needed from Raquel, and she's bringing it right now.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
As we go to commercial break. Oh, maybe.
No.
Yeah, not yet. It will be after this spot. Yeah, the Pantanaya.
Ooh.
There we go. Say like, come on, God, just no.
All right.
Eesh.
I'll be right back. Paulie wants a cracker.
Gotcha.
All right. So as I sent a picture to Carl, I got my new bed over the weekend.
Oh, did you
I
get a
didn't
race
even
car
look at
bed
that.
finally?
No. I sleep in a big bed all by myself. No race cars.
Oh, you got that WWE race
Yes.
bed.
Yes.
Nice. Don't let the bed bumps bite.
I'm just looking at it now. OMD. Yeah, that looks really nice. I like that headboard.
Well, that's the old frame. I got the new mattress and I got the brand new adjustable base put in there.
You had the same pajamas as John Tavares when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I come back and all I hear was Carl talking about headboards, and I'm like, okay.
No, I was
Dr.
telling the guys.
Dr. Pepper.
No, it's nothing bad. I got my new bed over the weekend, so
That's right. You were telling me about that on Tuesday.
yeah, it's the all foam cooling mattress with the adjustable base, full massage, everything in it. So
Since we are at a commercial break,
Yes.
go ahead, Perish.
No, I did not want to have to say that. So that was a great
Okay, perfect.
thing you were doing.
I do want to give a huge congratulations to the Montreal Alouettes on winning the Grey Cup. Good for them. It's not a professional wrestling talk, but we are in commercial break and there's no wrestling happening right now. Canadian Football League Grey Cup champions, the Montreal Alouettes.
Which, if anybody watched that game, there's no friggin' way Montreal should have won that game.
I heard about it, but no, I was in the midst of a 6-movie marathon weekend, so
know what I don't?
Harry Plopper.
no.
Oh,
Hobbit and Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
Josh messaged me.
There you go.
I'm on parental leave, so I have a free time.
Sunday, I may well be able to, Josh. If you send me a link.
But what's there to watch on Survivor Series? I thought Survivor Series was Saturday.
Saturday night.
Yeah, Friday is SmackDown.
What?
My Dolphins play Friday as well, so
What is with the schedule?
Didn't say it was a professional wrestling watch along. Just
No.
I have some great watch alongs coming up.
I have what is there on Sunday? Was my next question for Josh.
JJ says it's my new show. Watch along with a wrestler.
Oh yeah,
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
yeah. Also got a report coming out of Wrestle Talk saying that Katana Chance and Kaden Carter are expected to get a bit of a push. So I think they are set to dethrone Piper Niven and Chelsea Green or Chris Best. I know the way you like it said as Chelsea Green. Carl, no, I know you missed that.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
yes.
So I hope that they actually do something with the women's tag titles. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I still want to see a women's tag title match at Survivor Series.
I actually would like one on the post show because I don't think the
Yeah.
main card needs any more matches. You have 5 now. I think that's fine. But a post show match does need to happen.
Pre-show.
Just do a post show. Do a dark match.
Do a dark match, but televise it.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh. Oh, too bad.
Function on Nia.
That would have looked great on Raquel, but still looked good on Raquel for her even attempting that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
One of my issues with Raquel is when she does that, her base isn't always secure.
Right.
And like when you go up with somebody with the size advantage like Nia Jax, you have to make sure that base is secure.
Otherwise, you're going to blow your knee out.
Or back. One of the two. Or three if you count Benitez too.
Crowd behind Raquel here. Greatly behind her.
Yes. And Carl, if you and I would have had the money, we would probably be at this show tonight, emanating from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yep.
I'd probably be with you guys.
Yep.
Speaking of that, I am actually working on getting my passport right now. So found out the cost and everything like that. So I'm going to be putting it into motion within the next few months.
It would just strike me as like a place like Detroit as a place I'd be like, yeah, you don't need a passport. It just seems like that kind of city.
Oh, I know. Grand Rapids is a little nicer, a little better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that I know. But just like the Michigan State in general. Like, you're Canadian? Yeah, come on through.
Right? I think it should be.
That's literally what it was like just going into Sioux, Michigan. Before they
yeah, I liked what I just saw.
Ooh.
Oh.
That is a finish, people.
Wow.
And listen to the heat she's getting off of this.
Yep.
IMT stinks there. Grand Rapids is full of yucky juggalos who live in the sewer.
I don't know. The worst Carl and I have ever experienced, there was a couple of half in the bag drunks who wanted to challenge us to a drinking contest.
Yep, that's about it.
Oh, yeah. I remember you telling me that story before.
I apologize for the caps, but private chat.
What a matchup that was, and I'm glad that they gave it the time they did and what it was.
Yep.
I was thinking the same thing. So right now we've got a promo package with Xia Li.
Do we? Oh, now I see it. So I'm like 5 seconds behind. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just getting the promo package now. So
I love that we're getting another women's matchup here on Raw tonight as well.
Yep.
And it's before 9:30.
This may not be the end and this may not be the end of the women. Tonight. It's going to happen later tonight. This may not be the only two women's matches later on because we still have the women's tag titles. There's a bit of a situation developing there.
Right.
And again, like we have some probably teases for the Wargames match. We probably have some involving Zoe and Rhea for their upcoming title fight.
Yep.
Yeah, they probably did want to rob us. You're right. And thought that they could outdrink some Canadians
in a hotel bar when they were already half in the bag, if not worse.
Which show was that for? Was that for a Five Finger show?
That was, I believe, Five Finger and Hell Yeah. Yeah, because that's the one where we stayed. We stayed there at the nicer hotel.
Yeah,
That was your bachelor party.
that was the first Five Finger show there.
Yep.
Because then we went.
Are you sure about that?
Well, it was my first Five Finger show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. That was
it
your
a Death
first
Punch?
concert. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what else people are thinking.
And then we did another Five Finger Death Punch show with Matt and Holly.
Yep. That was Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why we haven't invited them to join us for Upheaval.
I don't know. The roasted garlic Whopper at Burger King. I would give it a go because I like garlic.
Right?
Me too. My sister went to BK today and she said she said it was pretty good.
Nice. I just saw that. Wait a second. Oh my God, that freaked me out for a second there. This Canadian Tire commercial. At very first, I thought that was Seth Rollins.
The first time I saw the commercial, I thought it was Jason Momoa.
No, it's Roman Reigns.
So there's one thing I kind of noticed about the two War Games matches tonight. One War Games match has a Flair in it. The other has a Rhodes in it. Both men are both people whose parents made the War Games match famous.
Yep.
Very true. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a bad thing, JJ.
Now I gotta wonder if Cody's mystery partner is one Brock Anderson.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's Ole Anderson.
Maybe.
Come on. It was there, and I had to take it.
It was. Of course you did.
So Xia Li and Lyra Valkyria are fighting tomorrow for the title. I thought that was going to be at the next PL at the next PPV.
You.
I'm okay with that.
Yep. It's gonna be a good match.
Next September, you should all make it to Kokomo, Indiana.
Indiana.
India. And be my guest at a show. That'd be doable. Although when I think of the town of Kokomo, I think of the Beach Boys theme song or the Beach Boys song.
Way down in Kokomo.
Still a banger of a tune, by the way.
Okay.
I kind of figured it was going to be Drew that was going to accept it.
It's gonna be Drew versus Jay.
The tension between those two right now.
Yep.
I love it.
Right.
It's kind of
What
like
if-
a alpha
Hold
male
on.
versus alpha male kind of thing.
What if the 5th member goes up against Drew?
That's another thought I had, Perish, too. Because the rumored 5th member is in the building tonight.
No, I'm actually here on the watch along. I told them just to fax me my check, though. Since we're at a commercial, I'm taking the time to check my fantasy football.
Yeah.
JJ's just giving me a reason to go to Indiana.
Oh, nice.
I will hopefully be seeing one Mr. Matt Cardona in January.
You might see him with the MLW title if he beats Alex Kane for it.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to buy some WTF shirts.
Maybe. You see, I think that's a really big missed opportunity that I didn't see on the second cruise, on the part two that I was on. None of the talent had merch out for sale. Because, well, I probably would have. I'm glad they didn't, because I probably would have spent a lot of money on merchandise. Yeah, I don't know.
That's
They did
what's-
have a store that had like Jericho Cruise merch, but that was really about it.
That's what scares me about the CWE show on the 5th of January there, Carl. I get paid that day. We all get paid that day, actually.
Not everybody.
Well, whoever claims taxes do.
Oh, I've claimed many taxes,
Yep.
and the government seems to think I still owe them money,
Oh,
even when they're taking upwards of $12,000 off of me in a year.
yeah, and especially for me, seeing what I saw at Danny's table at the last show, there's a lot of collectible items that he has there that I wouldn't mind getting my hands on.
He does. JJ, that is definitely something that I will be looking into for sure. I'd make no guarantees, though. Oh, Papa Bear. Ryan K. Bowman says, good evening, gentlemen. I've been meaning to drop in for a watch along for a while now. So glad I saw the reminder tonight. I'm glad you did too. I hope you were doing well. I hope sales are going very good for you. For those of you that don't know, check out Mr. Ryan Bowman and his book that he has out that is available in bookstores and Amazon, and wherever you can find books.
Ooh, and Amazon has their Black Friday deals going on right now, so you might be able to get that book on a sick deal, people.
And you know, since we're talking about Black Friday deals, why don't we talk about Rogue Energy, who also has a Black Friday sale going on, 50% off just about their starter kit. Throw a 10% on top of that with using the OLE pods.
You actually can't double down on their promo codes. It's
Even
one
if
or
it's
the
on
other.
sale?
Yeah,
There
because
isn't a
you
promo
have.
code.
I think there is, because they have like, if it's like a shaker thing, you got to do the shaker code. But yeah,
Okay.
but also,
I didn't.
but just for
but-
people, like if you
Yeah.
have to use a code to get the deal, you cannot double down on your code. So
Yeah.
would you like to just go there, enjoy your product, as they got a lot of new flavors now. They got that new snow flavor, which is very not descriptive of what that tastes like. If it's like yellow snow, consider me in. I mean, but
Okay, so maybe Carl is right, and we are getting a back-to-back women's match. Not complaining.
Of course, Ryan. Of course. For those of you who have a Kindle, you can go to Amazon right now and get the Kindle edition with Kindle Unlimited, or make a purchase for the Kindle for $5.31. Paperback, $10.85, and a hardcover at $20.47.
Now,
So
you don't
that is all
necessarily-
available.
Yeah.
Hey?
You don't necessarily have to have the Kindle hardware. Just have the Kindle app, as you had said.
Right. And that is from Amazon.ca. So it could be different pricing for those in the United States of America. But it is called Pop Music and Peanut Butter.
It's an interesting name for a book, I gotta say.
What commercial break number are we at now? I can't read
like
your
that.
lips, Perish. Thanks.
Well, you got to do a better job then. Come on. No, we had 2 people last week, so I figured, hey, yeah, I'll do this for fun. Yeah, there's 4 people. I'm not working hard tonight.
It's all good.
But Ryan's probably right. We're probably at about 4 right now.
I mean, last week we assumed like 5 an hour, which really isn't that bad when you really consider like the average amount of commercials per half hour and hour shows.
Right.
Yeah,
You're usually
because we came to the conclusion.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
But it's just
Yeah, because I
cutting into
mentioned
my
last week,
wrestling,
like during the
man.
average. But yeah, like I said, during
Yeah,
the
but you-
average like sitcom, we'd get 3 commercials. You know.
You need about 8 different commercials for a Whopper and 7 for Canadian Tire and another 3 for sports snacks. You got to know what poker tournament's on next. So
You got to find out when the next World Tag League starts.
And then we need to sprinkle in about 20 commercials reminding us that SmackDown is going to Vancouver.
Right. I don't think we've actually seen a commercial for WWEshop.com yet, though, have we?
No, I don't think we have.
oh, look, another Ric Flair documentary because we don't know the story yet.
I forgot to mention, I don't know if you guys knew this, but WWE Network actually secretly released the Vlad Superfan documentary finally.
Nice.
They
Really?
released
I
it
had
back in October. They released it back in October. I found out yesterday.
Really, I heard there was talks about it, and then it was getting delayed.
It's out.
I have seen it out. I have seen people talking about it, people giving it some high praise, to be honest, which is very, very cool. I like to see that. Ryan letting us know that when he did radio, they figured 42 minutes, an hour of live air, and 3 6-minute segments of commercials. So 42 plus 18 to equal the 1 hour. But he believes that the WWE does 4 breaks per hour instead, which seems pretty true.
I mean, they also, you think, have a lot more global sponsors than, well, obviously, any radio station.
Right.
Ooh, we're going to find out.
I mean, I remember the radio station here in the Seuss at 99.5 did 45 minutes commercial-free music, and then they'd go to their breaks.
Yeah. Which was a good way to plug it, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jay and Drew. Okay.
So Sammy and Cody laid down 2 possible clues now for who this 5th man is.
And then Cody just dropped an Easter egg the size of Uranus of who it could be.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is clearly Goldust.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. No. It's Ted DiBiase Jr., guys. Come on.
I come from money.
I don't know. I'm reading between the
Isn't
lines
he in
here.
jail with like Hulk Hogan's kid though?
Like,
For 2 completely different things.
yeah, I know.
I was kind of reading between the lines a little bit there when it came to the guys in the back talking about who their 5th member is going to be, and I saw, what was that, 4 stars standing together right there.
Oh, Dave Meltzer, 5-star. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
So I'm going to ask this. Did they actually give Becky a TV entrance or just have her in the ring
I don't know.
when we came back from commercial?
I don't know, but Xia Li's chest has lightning. How do we not talk about that?
It's electrifying.
Her chest has more cups this century than the Toronto Maple Leafs. Sorry, I had to go there.
Oh, Ryan, no, I totally understand that. Talking about our good friend Michael Melkor when he was producing with OVW. You tend to notice those things a little bit more, especially when a very good close friend is, part of programming.
Well, and here we have Lyra Valkyria at ringside.
Yeah. Ryan, I think that's exactly who Cody Rhodes is referring to, as it's been rumored by multiple sources, including our good old friend Tom Colley, who Randy Orton is backstage on Monday Night Raw tonight. We're just having fun because, well, unlike AEW, WWE has fun with their obvious surprises.
Right?
They don't make it out to be, oh my God, the sky is falling. Jesus Christ is actually swimming in the kids' pool. Like, there's none of that BS going on. Yeah, swimming. He's not standing on the water. That's where I was going with it. And it's children, so he couldn't make wine, kind of how close back.
Yeah.
It was a layer joke.
It was a good old lasagna.
He's probably still was peeing in the pool though, because who didn't do that?
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of yellow snow, Rogue Energy, does that flavor taste like it? Curious. My parental leave. I asked really random questions now.
And that's okay.
More so
That's
than ever.
okay. Yeah, it's about time. Really, really close for Orton to be back. So it would be great if it is Orton. I think I even knowing that it could be, I think I would still mark out pretty hard. I am a fan of Randy Orton's. So
it's hard.
See, that's how I take these these returns that aren't really a surprise. The surprise for me is now what they are going to do.
yes.
How is that return going to be executed?
Yeah.
To me, in a nutshell, this is the difference between the two companies and how we treat surprises. It feels like when we see it in WWE, it's a moment.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay,
right.
cool. Like, we know it, we just want to see it. Like that's just the expectation. Like we know who you're talking about, we just want to see it. Whereas in AEW, it's like almost like they have a different type of understanding that like it's obvious and like, you know what, this is going to change everything.
It's always under the guise of a huge announcement from Tony Khan, like ticket sales for All In London.
It'd be freaking hilarious if like Cody Rhodes brings like Hornswoggle or something.
Well, Ryan's saying it right here, right now. It's going to be Marco Stunt.
I know, but if you're going to go that short, you might as well go.
No, we need the Marco Stunt versus Swoggle match at Survivor Series.
Hey man, I'm trying to save money for the fourth quarter, so I want somebody I can pay under the table.
Well, or we need the traditional little person 4-on-4 Survivor Series match.
Can we just have WLC too?
Yes.
Sweet.
I actually went back and watched the first WLC match just about a week or so ago. That's just still entertaining.
Just a little while ago, eh?
Yeah.
It was just a short time ago.
Yeah.
Who were the
I had a half day.
Wink, Dink, and Pink or something like that? Who was
Yep.
with?
That was Doinks.
Yeah,
that
Doinks.
was Doinks team.
And then there was Cheesy, Sleazy, and Queasy.
Yes, that's it.
That was the King's Court.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I know the name.
That was a Survivor Series match that made absolutely no sense.
None.
No, but the best part about back then is none of those teams did, but they also had like wicked names. And it's like didn't Shawn Michaels just have like 3 guys that look like knights with tights on?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then,
One of them
He had to take over Jerry Lawler's spot at the Survivor Series against Bret Hart.
One of those nights was Greg Valentine, the other one was Barry Horowitz.
Right. Oh, I love Barry. Leeds, good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate you. I'm happy to be back, and I hope that you were doing good. I'm doing well since getting back onto my day shifts instead of working the night shifts.
Leeds, unfortunately, I'm not doing okay. I'm doing amazing, but thank you for asking.
Hey, I'm doing better than I was last week.
To see you. Yeah, things are going well here, and
the more important question, though, Leeds, is how are you doing?
I hope he's doing this well. Thumbs up for the War Amps. Jerry was dealing with legal issues that involved a young female at the time, so that's why we had to have the replacement. Night shifts all suck. Yeah. Sometimes they do. Sometimes I'm okay with them when I have like a 10 p.m. start time as opposed to a 7 p.m. start time. 7 p.m. does not allow me to do turnbuckle talk, but a 10 p.m. start time does. So I'm okay with that.
Right.
I've only ever done one night shift, and that was at Food Basics over here, and it was just,
I did that job when the brownout happened.
I did 5 years of night shifts at Tim Hortons, and
I remember
you did about a year of those with me.
Yeah, I remember going to bug you on your night shifts, OMD.
Yep.
After I get off at Walmart.
Oh, some after hours fun, huh?
Well, he already got off at Walmart, so
I hope you enjoy your new bed. I work at home in my pajamas. Perfect. I love that. I would totally do that same thing too, Ryan.
Ryan, we need to get you a moo now and triple your work production by learning how to use the letters Y or N.
Yeah. Why won't you be able to watch War Games, Leeds? But I wish I could work from home. That has been the goal since 2015. We're now in 2023. It's been almost 10 years. Well, going on 9 years that I have been with that hope and dream to just sit in front of a computer with a microphone and sometimes a webcam and make money enough to survive. As both of these women in this matchup are trying to survive each other with a fury of elbows right now coming from Becky Lynch.
And this is actually a very entertaining match right now.
We know these two girls just want to steal the show. Like that's the nice thing.
Yeah.
Like Becky just wants to continuously always prove why she's one of the number one attractions in WWE. And then you have Xia Li, who just wants that moment to show people why she believes she should be one of those people who can be the number one attraction in the company.
And the nice thing about this is this is Becky's post NXT title run, and she's still giving back to these women that are coming up in the roster now.
Well, it's not so much that. I think you also have to look at probably what Triple H wants out of his division. He probably wants to have more than one or two players playing ball. So I think this is more Triple H understanding how to build a division, because we're seeing that with the Intercontinental title. We're seeing that with the United States title. We're seeing that with the world titles. And we're even seeing it in the tag team division. We just need to see it in the women's tag team division now.
Joshua, thank you so much for coming in, leaving your comments here with us. I appreciate you. Saying Randy needs to turn on Jay on Saturday. We all know it's Randy Orton. I did say Randy in the beginning, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Brain injuries. Sorry. It would be an interesting turn of events. It definitely would be if Randy Orton were to turn on Jay. And I will say that I am one of those friends as well. I don't give you as much crap about it, but I should probably give you more. Ooh, nice turnaround. Ooh.
Been a minute since we've seen an airplane spin in wrestling.
I'm seeing it now.
Tyler Bate does it all the time, man. That's
okay. Well, on the main roster.
There you go.
Ryan's got a very good question here, saying that he's been hearing the idea that Sami Callihan might be on the WWE's radar. He doesn't see that as a good fit or as a fit. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, it depends on how you're looking at it, because I don't know. It really depends. Like, how does he come in? What version of Sami Callihan are we going to get? And is there a complementary piece that you see that works well with it? One of the last things we did know is that he was backstage a month or two back at AEW. And he was not only talking about a performing role, but also a backstage role. So could that also be a thing where WWE brings him back to be a backstage presence?
See,
not so much.
I love Sami. I love the direction his character went. But I got to agree with Ryan. I don't see him as a fit, just given his style between Pro Wrestling Revolver, Gorilla, his time in Impact. I think coming to WWE would honestly bastardize his career. As much as I would love to see it,
I don't know that it would necessarily bastardize his career, but I think that we would definitely be getting a very watered down version of what people are used to when it comes to Sami Callihan. And I don't think that that's what people want to see. People enjoy this hardcore thumbs up, thumbs down, Sami Callihan. And to take that away would give us a totally different person. So it wouldn't be Sami Callihan. It would be a shell of Sami Callihan.
yes.
If people remember his early work in NXT when he was like the hacker kind of a thing, that almost didn't really work for him per se, but he does show you that he's able to play more on the character side of things as well.
He was. And I mean, he did bring that hacker type gimmick to Impact for a little while. He's done all those types of things.
Yeah, and there's nothing saying that he can't come in and still be the psychotic character. I mean, his in-ring work as opposed to his hardcore work is actually not that bad.
Oh, I completely agree with you.
I agree, Ryan. Bring back other basic moves. You know, like you're right. MJF has been doing it. MJF, I'm going to put it out there, for me, is one of the greatest minds in the business that is out there right now, for him being able to capitalize on a character and really use himself as a catalyst for greatness per se. And him using that stuff in AEW, the fans do love it because it is something different than what we normally see.
I think what he's able to do, and you might not hear it post like him saying it, but it's probably a backstage thing. Having guys like Adam Copeland and Christian Cage and Chris Jericho, and having those seasoned veterans, been there, done that. That allows him to have this old school mentality that he has and apply it in a new school mentality and stand out with it. And that's something that he has the very good mind for, is being able to not do the flips and all the ballerina type and Mortal Kombat style of wrestling that I like to really say, but still fit in and like get the maximum amount of something that really is minor.
Right.
Yes. Ryan with a brilliant idea of Sammy and Karrion Kross as a duo.
Now, I want to go.
Go ahead.
I was going to say Sammy and Joe Gacy.
That's exactly who I was going to say. And we have damage control on our screens, people.
Yes, we do.
And we also have we've got Charlotte and Becky's team, and now we've got Adam Pearce with the security brigade making their way to the ring.
No, I don't. Now I do. Shotzi, I love you, but I don't love that hairstyle.
Right. And now I've got the security coming to the ring.
There's something about Shotzi I just can't get behind. Like her strikes are 7 days, man. Pretty weak.
I'm sort of in that same boat with you there, Perish. I want to get behind her, but it's
gonna hit the person.
It's like I want to get behind Shotzi, but there's just something missing. You know,
again, go back and watch her work from Impact pre-NXT.
I don't want to go back. I want her to do it now. If she's going to get the spotlight in a big match, she needs to do this right now.
I agree.
I'm not saying she has the incapabilities of doing it. I'm just not connecting with her right now. And to me, that's why I can't. I'm just not vibing with her presence on screen.
Music playing, and these ladies are still going at it. Wow.
I don't appreciate how you tried to get the thing in a good side last week. I need to bring you on that match against Ciampa, okay? Listen, I'm going to do what's best for a man. And I'm making it out for 30 years from now.
I'm going to say this. What if Ludwig Kaiser is the guy to take the Intercontinental title off Gunther?
Get out of my brain, Perish. I was just thinking that.
We'll give your brain some pills and speed up, man.
I could see it. And it would be a clinic of a match.
It'd be one hell of a wrestling match.
This Friday, for those in Canada, FS1 is where SmackDown is going to be.
Oh, show.
For those in the US.
Yes, sorry.
It's still going to be on Sportsnet here in Canada.
That it will.
as Carl is indicating who his favorite wrestler from the Attitude Era was. It was Snotty Too Hottie.
That's right.
I thought he was channeling his inner James Mitchell there.
Yeah, but his favorite person from the new generation was Basham Booger.
Yes.
Of course it was. Of course it was. Considering I actually got to work with Mike Shaw. Oh, yes.
I heard Mike Shaw was actually a gentlemanly wrestler, like very friendly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mike was amazing. I loved that man. Absolutely gutted when he passed away. Yeah, Mike Shaw, Bashing Booger, like just
Friar
an
Ferguson.
amazing human being. Yeah, Friar Ferguson. Yeah, just an amazing human being he was, and treated me with just the utmost respect, being somebody who was just a youngin' in the business. He still, allowed me a little bit of his time, which was gorgeous backstage.
Right.
I told JJ, I told him to cut the Canadian feed. Sorry, fellas, you have to learn somehow.
Well, if they do cut the Canadian feed, we can go to a certain wrestling network.
I think defeating Gunther is how they bring in Braun Breaker full time. It makes sense because he will be a big star. There's no shame in it. And it frees Gunther to focus on the Universal title. That is what Ryan Bowman gives to us in that comment.
Yes. As in reading an interview with Gunther earlier this week, he's now stated that he has done all he can with and for the Intercontinental title.
Right.
Now, do I see him going the way of Samoa Joe and just relinquishing the title for the sake of relinquishing it? But no.
No, definitely not.
Do I think he loses it in a one-on-one? No, I think he loses it in a triple threat or a four-way where somebody else gets pinned.
No, Gunther has to get beat for that title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you are not helping anybody. You're not even helping the title if you're doing that way, in my opinion. Unless you do like an Imperium triple threat match.
Right. Then I could see that. That makes a little more sense.
Okay.
Triple threat with all of Imperium. Sure.
But, I mean, Gunther has to put somebody over. Or you just don't put all that work in and then don't get back. That, I don't know. I can't see that. That would be, you rather vacate the title, and that's just shitting on the title, in my opinion.
Right.
Samoa Joe vacating the championship was the stupidest and dumbest thing I've ever seen in wrestling in the last 5 years. And that's saying a lot because there's been some stupid things. But my God. I just saw Jay White get buried at the last AEW show. But that was the dumbest thing I've seen, was vacating a title. I just want a match where I could have dropped it to somebody. But no, I'm going to beat a guy, drop it, and then go for a title who is holding the title. But then I'm going to tag with him at the pre-show for the next show. Like, oh my God. Like, give me a concussion now so I don't have to think about it.
When Stone Cold vacated the title and handed it over to The Rock, Stone Cold wasn't necessarily shitting on the title then, because The Rock actually managed to take that title and still keep eyes on it.
Right.
Even though the Stone Cold was like, I've done everything I can with this title. You take it. I want the World Heavyweight title. Or the WWF Championship at the time.
And Ryan, that could very well be a way to do it as well. You know, Gunther gets totally screwed, and creates babyface Gunther.
I don't know if I'm ready for Gunther as a babyface, though.
I don't think I am either, to be honest. But if it happens, it happens, and it's Gunther, and I will be happy with it.
Yeah, if he still carries like what he's doing now as a babyface, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
all he has to do is transition who he targets and like who he's up against, and the situation can easily change how we perceive something.
Right.
So if he takes that and then it's like Roman Reigns, for example, then yeah, like he's gonna get cheered out of the building.
Gunther coming out and cutting a suffering succotash promo.
You know what? I think it definitely would be very over with the WWE fans, having Gunther beating the crap out of the heels.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it would. I just don't know that I'm ready for that. I've always kind of known Gunther as being maybe not necessarily face or heel, but kind of that tweener that, if you're going to love him, you love him. If you hate him, you hate him. Be interesting. It would be. And I would be okay with it. Maybe not ready for it, but I'd be okay with it. The Ring General.
So Ryan's saying we have seen a heel champion get over for so long. Seeing Gunther in a seek and destroy mode as a good guy would be intriguing. Like Goldberg, but with more skill. And absolutely 100%.
Yeah.
So it would be kind of like going back to the 80s, the Macho Man, after he lost the title to the Intercontinental title to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, he went into a kind of seek and destroy mode, tried to get the belt back off of Ricky Steamboat. Ricky in turn then dropped the title to the Honky Tonk Man. Macho Man turned his attention to Honky Tonk Man.
Yep.
Then
such a good matchup so far this has been.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, people. I know that, it's kind of a watch along. So I hope you are watching along with us as well, so that you're understanding how good of a matchup this is and why we're not saying as much during these great matches.
It's kind of funny to me that we have Tommaso Ciampa on ringside. Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser doesn't want his partner at ringside. In fact, he wants to go 1, potentially on 2 in this match, which is not the heel thing to do.
No.
so it makes me wonder if there is some kind of a dissension with the Imperium. Does Kaiser become the baby face?
It's going to be interesting. It's all long-term storytelling because until last week it was teased with Giovanni and
what's that move that Kevin Owens does? Is it the buckle bomb where he like runs in and then does the flip onto the person while they're in the corner?
the cannonball?
Yeah, the cannonball. Yeah. Ludwig should do kind of the same move and call it the Kaiser roll. That would just be perfect.
That'd be awesome.
As we hit another commercial.
Yep.
The Kaiser roll. Right. Yeah. While Johnny Gargano is not, really considered a huge star, he definitely is one of the most likable characters on television within the WWE. And I would even go as far as saying within professional wrestling as a whole.
Yeah.
if somebody is not, I don't even want to say a fan of his work, but how do I say this? I don't even know how to say it.
If you're not
somebody doesn't
emotionally
respect
invested,
his work, right? Maybe not even invested so much, but if somebody doesn't like, if you don't respect what he can do inside that ring, yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point when I watch a Johnny wrestling match, any kind of match, even if I look up some of his past matches on YouTube, it's like the moment he comes out to the ring, I'm immediately invested in what he's going to do.
Oh, yeah. Sunset flip off the top rope would be a great finisher. Not a flip pile driver, just a sunset flip. I don't know. It could work. I used the double axe handle. Not a fancy move, but the double axe handle was my finisher.
Yep.
I mean, going back to the Johnny Gargano thing, I think Johnny Gargano screams a lot of 2023 WCW Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
I think he's that guy that, like, you know he's putting on a good show, but his size is always going to limit the way we perceive him on the card. Even though 2023 is not the 1996, and we've seen smaller champions, again, Rey Mysterio helped break that mold. Even guys like Shawn Michaels, who, not very big compared. Bret Hart, same thing. But when you're seeing guys like Roman Reigns, or you're seeing guys like Gunther or Bobby Lashley, and that made, like, guys that size, Brock Lesnar, like, it is different. Yeah, I know Seth Rollins is there, but Seth Rollins is still probably, I would say, maybe 20 to 30 pounds heavier than Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
And, like, that's a difference. It's a noticeable difference. Plus, I hate to say this, but if I'm giving out performance of the night bonuses, Seth Rollins and Johnny Gargano are on, I think Johnny Gargano comes in second place more than he comes in first.
Yes. And Brian, with Ronnie Garvin winning it with the sunset flip off the top rope. Let's not forget, Shawn Michaels won his first Intercontinental Championship by countering a superplex in midair.
Yep.
Yeah, JJ, you're right. Gargano is a workhorse and needs to be celebrated. I agree.
Yep. Absolutely.
I really think him being in the tag team division, though, is perfect for him right now, because I think he's a victim of long single runs in WWE.
Right.
And with him being in a tag team with Ciampa there, that's still, you can still build big stars out of the two of them. And
you can get Ricky Morton, like, sympathy with him taking heats. Like, it's just little things that he does well. But even in that comparison, though, when you compare him to Johnny Gargano to Tommaso Ciampa, who screams more of a heavyweight champion to you?
Ciampa's got that look to me.
Oh, nice.
And again, like, this is not a shot at Johnny Gargano at all. It's just, and this is coming from a very, like, a small guy when he performed too. I get it.
Right.
Like, I get it.
Nice reversal. Okay. Ooh. The way they're booking Seth, he could run with the WWE title all the way to Mania and then just merge the belts again and send Roman home for a while. Ooh. Almost thought Gargano had it there. Yeah, I think if Gargano did put a little bit of mass on his chest and arms, he could definitely be looked at a little differently.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that's all about his shoulders, his his build. If he has broader shoulders, he could put on that weight. and
Yep.
look bigger.
And
And
there's
that's
nothing
really why Rhea Ripley looks as giant as she does, is because she has the shoulders.
Yep.
Oh, nice lariat.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
and there's nothing
clothesline.
saying that Gargano would be credible against some of the top guys. Like him against Bobby Lashley would be a fun match to watch.
Mhm.
But him being in the tag team right now with Ciampa still gives him that top star quality because of the fact that right now, who are the tag team champions, Damian Priest and Finn Balor. It'd be
Yep.
firmly believable that those four guys could headline a PLE or a Monday Night Raw for the tag titles.
Like if we were going just off of the physical appearance alone, Gargano would probably be considered the Jannetty out of him and Ciampa. Now, wrestling ability wise, they're level playing field.
But Jannetty was also a great worker too.
Yeah, but guess what? Here, I'm daddy. That's why they call me Papa
You're the
Perish.
new daddy. Carl's
Yeah.
the old dad of the bunch.
Yeah. But we talked about Shawn Michaels. You throw out the old, you bring in the new. That's what he did with the Intercontinental title. He's wearing the Shawn Michaels shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is.
One of my favorite ones, actually. Ciampa has the frame of a brawler. Gargano is the body of a ballerina. It's just a physical difference between the two. Johnny Wrestling has a slight frame.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, I mean, Gargano has held heavyweight gold before. I mean, he was the NXT heavyweight champion for a time.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
And it was firmly believable when he had that title.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't think you really like look at the NXT title and compare it to like a world heavyweight or the universe. Like you just don't. I never did.
I mean, I don't equate it to those titles, but for NXT, it is their major title. So, you know what I mean?
Kaiser
Wow.
takes the L. As you said, Kaiser isn't rolling tonight.
Oh, that just put a whole new level of dynamic onto this thing. And especially that just like that smirk that's going on there. What the
I'm totally getting Oprah vibes off of Adam Pearce right now.
right? Oh, I love this. Oh, goodness. Manny, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. I thought of something. Can Cody call Damian Sandow? And also, you hear WWE is interested in more Stardom women because of EO. I have heard that, and I think that is a very fantastic idea with the Stardom women. We do see a lot of women on our screen right now, so that we're building right? So I don't know if right now would be a good time to bring in more Stardom stars, but in time, yes, I think that is absolutely fantastic. Damian Sandow could be a cool name, but I doubt that is going to happen. I think he is very happy with what he is doing right now. Yeah, Ryan, right? Adam Pearce must have an Armani Club membership because of all of those gorgeous suits that he has every single week. Yeah, the paisley tie is a little bit, yeah.
So going back to the Damian Sandow comment, I just don't
please.
think that if you were to bring in Damian Sandow, I just don't think you would get the same reaction that a Randy Orton would get.
Right.
It'd be kind of cold, like when Carlito officially made his return.
It would be, absolutely. It would be cold. They'd be like, what in the hell is going on here? And everybody'd be sitting on their hands.
I'd be excited to see Damian back, though.
Me too.
We might be, but we're probably in that minority.
Mm-hmm.
That just means that if, there are people who are a fan of Damian Sandow, follow him where he is. You don't have to just subject yourself to the WWE. You can follow the stars that you like to watch on your television to whatever company they go to, and it is perfectly okay to do so.
Absolutely. Just enjoy wrestling.
Yeah.
I think you would be 100% correct with that statement, Ryan, saying the WWE audience today barely remembers Damian Sandow. Colder than Carlito reaction. I think it would be, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I'm not referencing when Carlito returned at Backlash because that was just one hot pop for him. I'm talking about when he returned just a couple months back there.
Yeah.
To SmackDown there.
Yes.
Yeah. Not to mention, not to say that Carlito isn't getting the heat now, because now he's starting to gather some heat with him.
Yes.
And I am looking forward to that match against Santos Escobar at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't get to catch a lot of SmackDown, but I did see the segment where Carlito was like, oh, why don't you, talk to or blame the person who left the brass knuckles in the ring, Santos Escobar. Like that was a really cool, pun intended, segment to see. I was happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Crack a cold one of a non-sponsored Dr. Pepper.
We got to throw this up just because you opened up a Dr. Pepper.
Throw your cans in the air, waving around like you just don't care.
Oh, don't do that. Your pop will go flat.
Yeah, this is beer.
Oh.
It'll still go flat.
Not when I drink it.
Yeah, Ryan, definitely.
Your beer's going flat. You're drinking too slow.
Shoot me info on who this person is, and I will definitely do a little research, check this person out. 100%. Anybody that you have as an interviewee, I would always be interested in. There have been a lot of great people that have come through both of us and really made some very, very good names for themselves and still continue to do so, which I'm very, very happy about. Manny, how you guys feel about Ivy Nile? I love Ivy Nile, and I am so happy that she is on Monday Night Raw. No, he ain't done smoking yet, Manny. Not done smoking yet. I love that they're coming back to this. They're bringing this into like not a full circle per se, but they're keeping it fresh, top of mind.
Mm-hmm. So could you see Zoe Stark possibly winning the title at Survivor Series?
Not yet.
I don't hate the idea, though.
No,
I'll
like
say
the
why, though.
idea.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was letting you go.
Oh, thank you. No, I was just going to say, like, I still think at some point Rhea is going to be the biggest female babyface since Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to lose the title for this to happen. And tell me if I'm wrong here. Who wouldn't like a Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley Royal Rumble moment?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I would love it.
Oh, yeah.
So we got Ivy Nile and Natalia starting in the ring.
Ryan doesn't think it's Zoe's time yet, but she should be champion eventually. She's great. I agree with that as well. My brother, Bobby Munson, coming in. Says, good evening, guys. Good evening to you, Bobby. I believe we've got a couple of clips to throw into our Slack group already. At least one that I'm aware of from Monday Night Raw watch along. Carl and guys, I don't think you guys realize, but they've been mentioning Trish Stratus a lot. Makes me think she's coming this Saturday. Maybe.
I would love to see Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark. I think that story hasn't even really started between.
Hasn't even hit half of that hill yet. I don't think. No.
I could see Zoe and Trish going at Mania, maybe.
I see that as more of a Royal Rumble match.
I think it starts in the Rumble itself.
Okay.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Like in the actual Rumble match.
But like you, Perish, I wouldn't be opposed to Zoe winning on Saturday, but I don't think she's quite there yet. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. I think it's, again, going to be Zoe's litmus test.
I think what I would love to see here is potentially a match where maybe Rhea gets DQ'd or maybe Zoe gets DQ'd. Like it's a non-finish, but it keeps them. And maybe you go back to that at Rumble. Maybe you do another match at the Rumble.
Yeah.
Just as we don't get Rhea doing that quick, like 67-second match and then getting the better match on Raw like we have in the past with her.
Right.
The thing is about that though, what did that 60-second match do for her opponent? It made you care more about her.
Right.
So then when next match came, you're more invested. I think that was done intentionally to get you to care for that person. You look at even when you go back to when Brock Lesnar and Goldberg had their quick match.
Yep.
You look at Daniel Bryan and Sheamus from WrestleMania. There's a pattern there.
Yeah. And to be fair, I mean, right now I'm still invested in Natty.
Yeah. But it also shows you how dominant Rhea can be.
Right.
And then you give back like a really good performance from Natty on it. And then it just makes Rhea as a champion look better. it doesn't really do any harm to Natty.
Right?
You're still going to talk about her dumb farting gimmick more than that match.
Yeah. I try to repress that gimmick.
Yep.
I love Ivy Nile, but I'm really hoping Casey Squared takes this.
Yep.
And I think they will.
I would love to see, though, Ivy and Maxine get the win for that sake.
Right. I would 100% love that too. But it's looking more and more like Casey Squared, and I'm happy with that as well.
Absolutely.
What I'm liking from this match right now is we are seeing the depth of the women's tag division that's going to be built up right now.
Not even just the women's tag division, but we're seeing the depth of the women's roster on Monday Night Raw. As we have seen, this is the third matchup.
Yep.
I think almost every woman on the roster has been featured now on Monday Night Raw, and we're not even 100 minutes into the show.
No.
Right?
Now, I want to see over on the SmackDown side the women's tag division get showcased a little bit more as well now.
Well, here's the thing. If the women's tag titles have an active thing going on Raw, I don't think there's a reason to do it on SmackDown. You're kind of taking away at that point, aren't you?
Not necessarily. You can still do like a number one contenders match on SmackDown, we'll say, and whoever wins from that match takes on the winners of whoever wins this match and the tag title match.
This is exactly what I would do. If you were to have the winner of this go on and face the champions at Wargames or a pre-show match, I would have Alba Fire and Isla Dawn attack the winners of that match.
Yeah,
and that'd be another way you can build the SmackDown women's tag titles or tag division. I mean,
but right now, I think it's clear Raw has the larger women's roster. It makes a little bit more sense to do this.
Yeah.
Yes. As
much you're able to have. Go ahead.
As much as I hope this doesn't happen, and this is going to add to the women's tag division on SmackDown, I think Bayley gets the boot in Wargames from Damage Control, only to be saved by her returning best friend.
I wouldn't put much stock in Sasha Banks coming back, dude.
That's just my thoughts.
Yeah. Just preparing you.
Well, I'm hoping not, because I can't stand Mercedes, but
to bunk off of the women's War Games, I mean, after post War Games match, you can still spin off Asuka and Kairi into a team, which that's the rumor mill going on right now.
Yeah, well, the rumor bill is Asuka, Kairi, and Io branching off
with Dakota as the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
The one thing I was going to say is Raw is showing that they can have a women's singles title match and then still have a War Games or have somebody on the roster in War Games. And then you do a four-way tag team number one contenders match with the tag champions. Not like that's a pretty deep women's roster. SmackDown can't do that.
No.
So with their singles champion is tied into the War Games match.
Yep.
And then outside of that, you don't have many.
No.
So, I don't know. I would have loved to see maybe Isla Dawn and Alba Fire go up to Nick Aldis and say, "Hey, how come they made a number one contenders match on Raw, but you're not going to do anything for us?" And then maybe we get the winner of this match against the champions, or maybe even against that team, and we have a triple threat.
Okay.
I'd be fine with that. Who do we have on NXT for women's tag teams right now?
Well, you don't have women tag team titles.
Yeah, but the women's tag titles can also be defended on NXT. So
yeah, I mean you got a lot of women on there, but I think right now they're really, really just trying to build their division back up. And I don't think tag titles are even a good shot at it right now.
No.
I mean, right now maybe JC Jane and Thea Hale would be the only viable choice, right?
Yeah.
Well, you got the two girls out of Noah Dar's group.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, as we discussed last week on Turnbuckle Talk there, Chris, we one of the Cavender twins deciding to go back to school and finish her final year for basketball as opposed to pursuing wrestling for this year.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Carl's not here right now, but if you leave your name and number and message, he'll get back at you at the tone of the pop.
He's just
oh no, I'm here. I'm just enthralled with this right now.
Right?
Talking about the Caviar twins and one of them wanting to go back.
The Cavender twins.
Yeah.
Caviar twins.
But no, that with one of the Cavender twins going back to basketball, that doesn't mean that she's not going to find her way back into the ring after her season's done.
To be honest, I wouldn't even worry about it because if they're worried so much about getting more people from Stardom or other companies, like you have to look at maybe the possibility of Mickie James coming back. Deonna Purrazzo's contract is coming up soon. You can see that. You don't rule out Sasha Banks. I just think it's very unlikely at this point. But you can also look at other people.
Yep. Yes, Ryan, I agree with you.
And we're having all of these discussions with these amazing female talents that are here, and we're not even throwing in the names of like those that are out right now. Alexa Bliss.
Right. Carmella.
Yeah, Carmella right now.
Okay, so I said this about a week ago, but right now,
what?
Yes, I said that Tegan and Natty were going to become the number one contenders of the women's tag belt.
I mean, to be fair, we both were talking about this last week. Because Tegan did pick up that win against Piper Niven, so they've been working on this for a bit.
Yeah.
Wow.
But noticeably, the KCs were not pinned. They were not that team. So,
but the showing of Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree as a tag team.
Oh, yeah.
All 8 of these women.
Yes.
Laid it out.
And Liv Morgan. I don't want to forget my lady Liv.
No, we don't.
I'm pretty sure she's due back anytime now, though.
Liv, we love you. Well, I do at least.
I still have her as my pick to win the Rumble if she does show up.
I still have her as my pick on my background on my phone. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh,
I kind of like how Kaiser and Vinci are like the two kids arguing, and Gunther's coming in like he's the dad that's going to settle the situation.
right. I'm not sure what Maxine Dupree will be like as a wrestler, but I do know this. I want to see her on my TV as much as possible.
Yep.
Can I really ask, what in the fucking point does this do to get the crowd going? Can people stop being fucking lazy in wrestling? Jesus Christ, is that a pet peeve of mine? Sorry. I'll mute myself and let you guys talk about it.
I was going to say about Maxine, like, I'm so glad she's turned my opinion around on her, because when I first saw her, all I saw was Barbie, you know, just another Barbie doll woman in wrestling.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that she's just changed that opinion that I had of her.
Just lazy. I hate it so much. It's like, really can't throw your hands in the air? You can't do anything?
Right.
Like, come here. I need you. Come here.
I mean, at least when The Rock would do that, he added emphasis to it. You know what I mean?
He didn't do it to the fans, though. It's not like he's like, okay. We talked about Johnny Wrestling. He does this a lot. He'll sit down, make himself look even smaller than his stature, and like start doing this. Like, what does that do? Like, do this or something, like Hulk up or like Gargano, like something. Do something different.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Make yourself larger. That's what we're told in wrestling school. And then you have the Miz looking like a total dork when he's doing his entrance. Yes, I'm saying it. He looks like a giant, like, he makes me sometimes want to bring back bingo dabbers when he does his entrance. And just how like silly he is. Like, this is back when Daniel Bryan's like, you wrestle like a coward, and it's like, it's just like why he just never saw eye to eye with the Miz when it came to a professional level. That's probably the same thing as why I respect the hell out of the Miz. He's a great entertainer. But like when it comes to the art of wrestling, when it comes to the art of presentation, he looks like $1 million with his suits, but he acts like the most, like the specialist kid in school.
Arrive into the arena on the short bus.
Like, does the spin around and be like, I get that's supposed to be Hollywood, but you're a baby face now, dude. Do something that like actually the crowd cares for. But then he's doing like this at the very bottom that you don't even see. And it's like, dude, 2-time Grand Slam winner, and you're doing that shit. You're making fun of indie wrestlers your whole career, and you're doing the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Be better.
I think for Maxine, Ryan's right here. Her babyface turn and alliance with Chad Gable's faction was perfectly done. It really got her a lot of empathy with the fans' eyes, or in the fans' eyes.
I was gonna say as a response to that, I love that turn. In retrospect, because I love how she came in. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take Otis and I'm gonna make him part of the Maximum Male Models," and nope, she is now part of Alpha Academy.
Right. There you go, Perish.
Here's the thing. When you see Mike Mizanin outside of WWE, he seems like a guy you want to have a beer with, you want to eat wings with, you want to watch the game with. He looks like a dude. I want to see more of that and less of like the Bush League Marine guy that nobody goes and watches movies to because they never are in theater.
Right.
Like congrats, you did like 19 Marine movies, but until there's an opening night on a red carpet, shut the fuck up. Like, it's just like, come on, man. Like, you're doing such great work. Why do you have to like do little things like that? Like, he's so much better than that. Everyone's better than that is actually the point. But I kind of go back to the Maxine thing. If she was a heel and she was just improving, she would get heavily criticized. But because she's in that I'm learning role, and it helps that she is entertaining and she has that background where she knows how to do, like, okay, Lions with the championship. That's rich.
Yeah. But no, I just saw something interesting just before that. They're doing a fan vote to see who gets the advantage in the women's war games.
Yep.
I don't think that's ever been done before.
Oh, you don't think that's rigged like Taboo Tuesday was?
Oh, well, yeah,
Yep.
but
Or sorry, Cyber Sunday.
Yes.
Taboo Tuesday was legit.
Oh, Akira Tozawa. Ooh.
Yeah,
Nick Aldis was on my screen.
Ryan coming in and saying they have done those fan votes before. The baby faces always win. Well, yeah, I mean, that's no surprise there. But I mean, like, I think this is the first time ever for War Games that they've done that.
Perish. Whether you're booing or you're cheering. Respect.
Hey, I didn't say I hate the Miz. I hate the small petty stuff he does sometimes when he doesn't need to do it. He's better than those little things that he does. He's also a shitty baby face. Like, let's be clear. He's a shitty baby face.
I'm a fan of The
Yeah.
Miz, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, he still has a heel look to him as he
Yeah.
stands in the ring.
He looks like a guy that I want to beat up, and he's supposed to be the good guy? Look at that graphic and tell me who I'm supposed to like cheer for.
I
The
look
guy
at
with all the
Gunther and I want to.
colors.
No, Ultimate Warrior was brutal, dude. I agree with Gunther on that. It's like if Dolce Gabbana put out a bitch clothing line, I'm sure Miz would be wearing it right now. And I like the Miz. It's just, dear God, dude, be real. Like Gunther looks like he's wearing his dad's suit, and he's more real than.
Superstar because I get it done inside the ring and out.
I think we all wanted to be that kid.
Yep.
I have a pair of those sunglasses simply because I had to buy them because Bret Hart fucked up the spot at a house show.
I was gonna say the pants he stole from the $1 Million Man because that gold line down the middle is very reminiscent of the pants that DiBiase would wear when he wasn't wrestling.
See, I give you that. You're very entertaining, and right now, I'm pretty much amused by you. It's quite cute. Let me amuse you a little more. Let me paint you a picture. See, I've been to the top of the mountain, and I've been knocked down time and time again, only to rebuild myself, reinvent myself, adapt.
Wait, he adapted?
Apparently.
Amazing entertainer in Florida.
Yeah, and I just didn't shit my pants right now. Okay.
Han Solo wore those pants in the first Star Wars movie, I think. I might have to agree with you on that one, Ryan.
You, we really don't know much about you because here you've been to the bottom. We won't know who you really are until you hit the bottom of that mountain. And then and only then we will find out if you deserve my respect.
Okay, I mean, The Miz isn't wrong there.
Our respect.
Actually, his entire suit kind of looks like something the $1 Million Man would have worn, minus all the sequin shiny stuff, you know?
Another cog in the machine with zero personality to invest in.
Somebody's TV is really loud.
Yeah.
Survivor Series. If you don't respect me now, I will beat it into you. And become a 9-time Intercontinental Champion.
OMD, it's your TV. That's really loud.
So, you want to talk
Just don't want to get any copyright strikes for our YouTube channels.
Everybody here in this arena and everybody watching at home, they think on Saturday I'm going to face the biggest 20-year career, 2-time Grand Slam champion. Few someone that is exactly like everybody else in this building here. A little Mike Fissaden. Some little weirdos that got bullied in high school.
I'm actually really enjoying this whole promo, though.
Me too.
And when you graduate from high school, you pursue a career to become a WWE superstar, and you finally get to meet all of your heroes. And they bully you to make you understand that you do not belong in this sport. The truth.
I was just going to say, he's spitting truths.
Belong in my ring. The only place you belong is behind that guy rail over there with all those other weirdos that are just. It's behind that guard rail over there with all those other weirdos.
What's going on, Avery?
It's going down, Avery. We got a fantastic promo in the ring right now between the Miz and Gunther going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That first shoulder push looked a little bit weird.
it did. Oh, the pie face. Oh, goodness. Oh, holy jumping.
Line of the night. This is the best dressed fight of the night.
True. Oh. My goodness. Holy shit.
I mean, just listening to the crowd right now, it doesn't sound like they're firmly behind the Miz. They're kind of behind him. But in the end, that was fantastic, and it made me look forward to the match a little bit more.
Right? Yes, Ryan, this is looking like the babyface turn for the Miz, and the crowd is actually enjoying it. It is actually working. Wow. OMD, I gotta ask, is your pop filter rubbing up against your mic? Because we're hearing like a...
Nope.
Okay.
I've got about an inch between my filter and my mic.
Okay, interesting.
I'm not going to say anything, but I can on that one.
Yeet, yeet. Honestly, Miz has been one of the best IC champs in recent history. He's been great when he's been in the secondary title role.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that at all, Ryan.
Not at all.
I think maybe it was your TV that was causing the interference, OMD.
Maybe.
You turned your TV down now, didn't you? Because I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah, I turned it down a while ago.
Oh, it was still really loud. Like it was surround sound.
No, I turned it down like it was at 10, which is what I normally have it at. I dropped it to 8 so that I could still hear it.
Right.
All right, we got Nakamura coming to the ring.
Good old Shin. Was this a scheduled matchup that we knew about?
Yes, he's battling Chad Gable.
Oh, right. It was announced last week, but I didn't see it like on WWE's website.
Yeah, because I haven't seen it either.
Now we're getting our American Alpha appearance, which I've been looking forward to all night.
Right?
I'm hoping Otis is coming down with him. Bring all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And while we do this commercial break, I'm going to go for a locker room visit and a backstage interview.
One.
Number one for the locker room visit.
It's one, but it's really two.
Yeah, it could very well be a number two. OMD's locker room visit. As you see the graphic on the screen, that is available in print format for you, whether you want it on a water bottle, a coffee mug, a t-shirt, a hat, wherever you wanted, you can get it within reason, people. You know where you're going to find that? You're going to find that at our shop. That shop is at karlkarufel.redbubble.com as it is scrolling down across the bottom. There's a lot of different merchandise that is over there. And if you want to go pick up yourself some merchandise from the Raw Watch Along, there is available stuff there for you, as well as a lot of the other programs that are on Turnbuckle Studios. They are available there at karlkarufel.redbubble.com, including Beats and Beatdowns merchandise, Turnbuckle Talk, the Raw Watch Along, Paramindful, and even some miscellaneous F the Remsburg stuff too. If you share my disdain, you can get yourself some of that as well. And since we are showing that one, he hasn't gone yet, but we're going to show you the Tinkle Towers Chris Best shirt graphic that is available. I need to check the website. I'm pretty sure that it is available right now. If not, I will make sure that it is there within the next few days for you.
Good, because I get paid on the 30th and I want that shirt.
I came up with that. Do I get royalties?
Have your people call my people.
Oh. I don't think Memphis can talk yet, though. He definitely can let him rip, though.
Yes. And all of this is brought to us as well by our local establishment, with so many great programs happening over at our local establishment. Check the ticker down below and see where you can follow OLE, and all the different shows that are available there. And if you are on our YouTube channels, either one of them, please make sure you give us a thumbs up. Pushes it out to more people and gets us a few more views. And the more people that watch, the better things are for each and every one of us. Avery, thank you for your comments there, saying that the best Intercontinental Champion was Scott Hall or Razor Ramon.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to lie there. When he had his run in 94, or not 94, 93 for the Intercontinental title, and part of 94, I really enjoyed everything he did with it.
That was fantastic, but it was not perfect.
I see what you did there.
To be fair, though, outside of the match where he got beat, and maybe the match you won it, did Kurt Hennig really have like iconic feuds for that title?
I don't think so, to be honest. Nothing that's standing out to me right now.
Because his first Intercontinental title run, he went into a feud with Hulk Hogan.
And I got to say, like, I think one of the best things with Scott Hall, like that Shawn Michaels feud over the Intercontinental title, like those were great. Like,
oh yeah.
Some of his matches against, like, whether it's 1-2-3 Kid or whether it was against like Dean Douglas, whether it's like he held the fort down for a while with that, and he was iconic to that title for like very tattooed to that championship for a lot of the 90s.
Even that match with IRS at the Royal Rumble 94 wasn't that bad of a match.
But Triple H was actually a very underrated Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, I was gonna say with Hunter, I enjoyed the feud he had with Goldust over the title was actually pretty good.
Even the Rock Stone Cold over the Intercontinental title was solid.
The Rock and Ken Shamrock. I kind of want to
Goldust and Razor Ramon was really good too. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't,
Yeah.
that was solid. And that gold leathered championship, well, beautiful.
Now the downfall for the Intercontinental title in the 90s to me was Ahmed Johnson.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't a big fan of the early Farouk days when he looked like a Bush League American Gladiator.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Sunny was there because she needed some BBC. Yeah, I said it.
Oh yeah, that was a relationship that made absolutely no sense.
Right?
Okay, I'm glad that Maxine actually came back out with them.
Me too.
Kurt Angle was a solid Intercontinental champion when he had the title.
Yes,
Yeah, and look
yes,
at the
he
guys.
was.
Look at the guys
Euro-
he had to work with at that time too. With
The
Chris
Euro
Benoit.
Continental title was
Jericho.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eddie Guerrero was pretty solid as the IC champ.
Yes.
Jeff
Benoit.
Jarrett was also a solid IC champion as well.
Yes. HBK.
And I know Gunther has his opinions on him, but I enjoyed the Ultimate Warriors run with the Intercontinental title.
Again, I'll go back outside of who he lost to and who he beat. Did he have a lot of iconic feuds for that title?
It was mainly Rick Rude, you know.
And then didn't he vacate the title when he won the world title?
Yeah, and then again when he had the world title, his most iconic feud was Rick Rude. Maybe Sergeant Slaughter, maybe.
Yeah. And he also did some good stuff with Jake Roberts too, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's a title that I thought Jake Roberts would have been perfect for as the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
And I just never really had him in that.
Now he had a bit of an underrated Intercontinental title run in my eyes, but Roddy Piper, I loved him when he had that title.
Yep.
I mean, he was sort of a transitional champion with the title because he beat the Mountie, and then his next defense was Bret Hart.
Yep.
Right.
I liked him in that division. I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But if we're going to name all these names, the late great Owen Hart has to be among those names.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
To be honest, when Owen won the Intercontinental title from Rocky Maivia, I was actually kind of surprised that did happen because I was still kind of behind Rocky at that time, even though everybody was doing the "Die Rocky Die" chants.
And you see, for me, like I remember Owen as Intercontinental Champion,
Mhm.
but it's a lot more like European and tag team champion that I remember for Owen.
See, I remember Owen as the Intercontinental Champion, but the biggest moment I remember from him is the missed pile driver and breaking Steve Austin's neck.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I just remember him in the Hart Foundation while he was Intercontinental title champion. Davey was European title champion, and then there were also the tag champs. Like, and then his stuff with when Stone Cold helped him win the match, like it was ironic,
Yeah.
but it was also awesome.
Yeah, didn't Owen get the title back after Stone Cold was forced to vacate it for his injury at that point?
Yep. There was a guy back at that time in WCW that I felt would have been a perfect fit for the Intercontinental Championship, and that was DDP.
Same with Booker. Like, Booker would have been a great Intercontinental champion back in that day, in that time.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan
Booker-
of when he actually was Intercontinental champion, to be honest. once I already see a guy in the world title stage, I was like, I just feel like, okay, why are you going back down? Like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I mean, what about a guy like Sheamus who now wants to win the belt because it's the one he's never won?
yeah, but it's also a difference because I've seen him kind of drop in that. Like, I don't really believe that he's going to win the world title ever again.
No.
Yeah, so to see a guy like Sheamus with the Intercontinental title would be all right.
But I'd prefer to see Gable. I prefer to see
Mhm.
like LA Knight. I prefer to see even like Austin Theory,
True.
Yep.
Santos Escobar,
Yes.
Bronson Reed.
Even Rey Mysterio when he comes back would be
Yeah,
all right.
I honestly am cool if Ray never wins a title ever again.
Yeah.
Like I think Ray needs to just start helping guys now.
And that's probably going to be his whole intention when he comes back and has that feud with Santos Escobar. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll push Dragon Lee to the moon.
speaking of Dragon Lee, that match he had with Axiom was fantastic on SmackDown.
Oh, yes.
Here's the thing. You think with that match being on there, and then you have other guys like with this potential split between the Brawling Brutes, and we might get the Bruiserweight back. You see Johnny Gargano in there. We see some of these smaller guys. Could we see the return of the Cruiserweight division?
As long as they don't promote it like they seem to have promoted the last Cruiserweight title as a kind of a jobber title, I kind of don't want to see that, you know?
Right.
Yeah. No, I could see it. I'd love to see it.
I'll say this. Do you consider any championship on WWE's main roster to be considered or perceived as a jobber title?
No. So under Hunter's regime, it's going to be pushed very differently.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be 205 Live and then amalgamated with the North American title again.
Although I got to say that the first like maybe year with the 205 title, I was invested in some of the stuff that they were doing with it. Like I really wanted to see Akira Tozawa win the title. I wanted to see Neville win the title. I wanted to see Enzo win the title when he got the shot. As much as I don't care for that guy anymore.
I could not get into 205 Live, but then again, I'm not all about the high flyers.
But I was invested in a lot of those guys too. Like I did like Noam Dar. I love Tony Nese. I love those guys on the roster as well.
Right.
But in all honesty, when after Enzo won it and he held it for like a month or however long he had it, it kind of felt like he buried the roster a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Now, there's a speculation and a rumor going on that the push that we're seeing from Shinsuke Nakamura is WWE's attempt to do two things. One, to try to lure one Okada into signing with WWE, but also two, to showcase more of the non Canadian Americans, more Japanese, Chinese, other countries, so to speak. You see WWE really trying to do premium live events in other countries, as Germany, France has PLEs next year.
Yes.
What do you guys think about that when you hear it? Because a lot of us naturally think, oh, Shinsuke should just be pushed anyway because he's Shinsuke freaking Nakamura. But what do you guys make of that? If
I'm excited for it. I know Okada has his doubts about wrestling in the States again, though he has done it for New Japan Pro and AEW because of what the gimmick they gave him and saddled him with during his Young
His
Lion
Impact run.
days. Yeah, and doing his Impact run when they made him Kato.
So
Right.
give me Okada and Nakamura any day, all day, and I would love it. But I love that WWE is putting emphasis on one of their initials, that being World.
Yes.
I love that they're going with a more international flavor of what we're getting in wrestling.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
I would love to see Okada and Nakamura as a tandem, just like we're seeing with Asuka, Io Sky, and
Kyrie.
yeah, and even if they want to combine and just do like a Tokyo World Order, yeah, that's right. I'll buy a shirt that says 2 on it.
Right. And especially given the fact that they have been in talks, I guess, with Julia.
Right.
Also referred to from the Brunch Busters as Julia Gulia, because, well, if you know the movie, you get the reference.
I do, and I do get the reference. It's one of my favorite Sandler movies.
Not in my top 5, but it's a decent one.
Yeah, I'm not sure which movie that's from because the last Sandler movie I watched was probably Click.
It's from The Wedding
Oh,
Singer,
man.
man.
Julia
I've never
Gulia.
seen it.
No?
And you need to go see Uncut Gems because that movie was solid.
Ooh.
It was it was Drew Barrymore's character in The Wedding Singer, OMD, just so you know.
Yeah, no, I've never watched The Wedding Singer, but
It's a decent movie, man.
I also really don't watch comedy anymore or pay attention to comedy because I just don't find it funny.
Well, this one is not too Adam Sandler. Like there's maybe 1 or 2 wacky Adam Sandler style characters in it, and that's about it, really.
And Uncut Gems is not a comedy movie.
Yeah.
It's the farthest thing from.
It's one of Adam's few dramatic roles.
And it is damn good. And Kevin
Well, that
Garnett's
was a
in it.
little bit of a. Okay.
So I kind of missed what happened there. I saw the roll up.
And then Shinsuke flipped over and hooked the legs and got the pin, but I missed the exposed turnbuckle and that they
We
mentioned.
started. All right, so it's main event time, boys.
Yes, it is. And going just right into this.
Yep.
I kind of like when they do that.
I think they need to slow down Drew's theme song if he's going to be a heel.
I think, yeah, maybe they bring back Broken Dreams now.
No, I think what you saw at Clash of the Castle was their attempt to do it. Do you remember his very first theme in NXT? I would do more of a slowed down version of that.
Okay.
I think I remember that theme.
It's very much like this one,
I'm gonna.
but it had a different beat.
Okay. I'm thinking at the end of this match, you're gonna see them make a tease. They're gonna say that KO is their partner, and then just leave out the R for Randy to strike.
Maybe.
You just wanted to get a pirate joke in there, didn't you?
R, matey.
Arr.
Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is?
No, because I've never talked to one.
You think it's the R, but it's really the C, fella. I can't believe I got that through.
I just teed that one up for you, didn't I, Perish?
As soon as he made that, like, you're forgetting the R and the way you said it, I was like, yeah, okay.
But it could
That was
also
already
be. But it could also be the unpatched eye.
No.
Just no.
Nobody's favorite letter is a vowel. Come on now.
Oh.
Yeah, but you need the D first. Gotta have that can-do attitude, right?
That's right.
One thing I'm kind of surprised about that they didn't do tonight, but they did all last Monday night, was hammer home the rules for War Games on this show.
Right? I'm not complaining.
They're probably going to do it on SmackDown, though.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, do they have to do it that much more, though?
Maybe to
I
the
don't think
fan
they
who's
have
just tuning in,
You do it at the
who's never
PLE,
seen a War Games. Yeah.
but
But most of the time, when you get those part-time wrestling fans who sit down to watch a match like War Games, they're most of the time they're with somebody who already knows what a War Games match is.
and also like those people are going to be like unsure of like, okay, well, this is the rules to the match, but why are they doing this again? Like,
Yeah.
Pardon me.
You are pardoned.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Tap into Batano. Batano Casino. The game starts now.
I will tap into nothing.
I would tap into those Cavendish hash browns because, man, they're freaking delicious.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
And it's main event time. Almost.
And once again, they're using war pegs for the War Games theme song.
As they do every year.
Yeah, and I was saying last week, I'm kind of getting tired of that. Wouldn't be a bad idea if they used another war-themed song.
Right.
Right.
And of course, when I said that, the song that came to mind was Hero of War by Rise Against, but that song would not work.
No. Oh, Allstate Arena in Chicago.
Chicago.
Interesting.
The graphics really give me an old Takeover vibe.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, I guess we're getting the. We're probably going to get the rules for War Games right now.
Yeah, no, there you go. All you had to do was just be patient.
I had
He
to
just
put it out
wanted
there
you
in
to
the
spend the
universe.
7 years in school first. Now you got. Then after you get your patience, then you can get your rules. Rock fools, right?
So, for those that have watched War Games before, the rules have not changed.
No, they haven't.
Not at all.
But still, a fun match to watch.
Absolutely.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hey guys,
Ooh,
He's in.
Chavo.
He's in.
it's a Brooklyn Brawler. You're out of there.
No, it's Abe Knuckleball Schwartz. Come on.
Or it's MVP, not Montel Vontavious Porter.
Or it's the goon.
Right?
Just really throw you off.
Jean-Pierre Lafitte.
Man, I would love to see that character come back just once.
Right?
Give me Jean-Pierre Lafitte randomly in a Rumble.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
And I feel like PCO would actually do that too, you know?
Ed coming in. Anyone else hoping for Ted Jr. to be the 5th? We've all suggested it. I think we all are.
Yeah, we all brought that name up already.
Yeah.
It's clearly Hardcore Holly, guys. Come on.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's Stardust.
It's actually going to be Teddy Long coming down to announce the Undertaker.
Okay. I could get
Can
behind
you
that
imagine?
too.
Can you actually imagine Undertaker in War Games? That'd be fun. If Undertaker was in his prime still, though.
Yes.
It's Manu.
Oh god.
No, it's Sim Snuka.
No. Taker said, until you learn to catch me, it's not you.
I mean, to be honest, if it's anybody that deserves it, it needs to be Aldo Montoya. Hashtag Aldo Montoya for HOF. Come on.
Oh yeah. He did too, because I was in the chat when I saw that.
Nice.
Yeah, you also spelled Tom Colley's name wrong. That was funny.
Oh,
I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, he put like some Bonahue or something. Like, it was weird. It was funny though, because part of me was like, oh, it's probably just messing with him. Just like when he was saying, hey, just out of curiosity, guys, do I have any leg? And I was like, I don't have a leg. I have two.
Yeah, Tom was having a lot of internet issues on Friday. It was bad.
Oh, jeez.
at first he thought that it was just YouTube side, but unfortunately, no.
Which sucked because usually I look forward to watching his Friday Night SmackDown watch-alongs.
Oh, another commercial before we
Yep.
even get into this matchup.
Yep.
Unless I'm just not remembering these commercials, though, it feels like the commercials are a bit varied up right now.
They do seem to be, yeah.
We can hear your phone, OMD.
Yeah.
It's either that or we have Kermit going to the same massage parlor as Deshaun Watson.
I don't know. It might be Kermit the Frog.
Have you guys seen his like stuff online where it's like, I don't know if it's that omegle thing or whatever they do, but it's just like they go and it's just Kermit and he just pulls out a fucking zucchini and pretends it's hilarious.
I have
Then
seen
he shoots
it.
silly string and pretends that, yeah, it's so funny. I love it when he like grosses out like young people. It's like the funniest thing.
Right? Well, I'm sorry, but I think I'm going to ruin your childhood. Meh. Helicopter.
I'll stand by this, but during the guest host era of Raw, when the Muppets did the guest hosting episode, that episode was hilarious. I loved it. Especially the segment with Sheamus and Beaker.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so it's garlic chips and garlic aioli with the burger. Yeah, I want to try that.
That sounds too Canadian, but an aioli.
Yeah, that's what Tom was saying. That new update to OBS fucked everything for him. Which makes me worried if I have to update my OBS if it's going to screw around on me for my game streams.
Right.
Because that's what I use. Ed, I agree. I believe in Andre Chase. And I love that when Ed rated out to him on Tuesday, we got a shout out from Andre Chase for our local establishment.
Nice. But that's because you and Ed both graduated from Chase U.
Well, I mean, Thea Hill can be my understudy. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I major in chemistry. Hey, just kidding. I suck at science.
Yeah, so did I.
God, it's such a different atmosphere, though, when you're in war games as opposed to just a one-on-one matchup like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What I like is are the one-on-one matches at war games, and if the match is smart enough to include the second ring, because it's allowed.
It is.
Right?
Yeah, that's always been my favorite spot. Like even watching World War III, seeing the wrestlers leave from one ring to go wrestle in the other ring.
Yep.
It's just I don't know why,
And
but I like that when they do stuff like that.
that's why I want to see the World War III concept come to the WWE.
I would have said maybe had they had patience with the LWO and you could have done LWO versus Judgment Day versus Bloodline. I would have had time for that.
Yep. Versus the Street Business or the Hurt Profits, whatever they're calling themselves.
Well, you could be calling the Street Profits the new tag team champions, as they are the number one contenders for the
Yes, they are.
tag team championship.
This
Come
coming
this
Friday
Friday.
night.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what
That
a
was also
great
good.
little pull if you get the Judgment Day or across the tag titles right before War Games.
Mm.
That number one contenders tag team match on SmackDown was actually really enjoyable too. I was kind of pulling for pretty deadly to win that one, but
I agree.
fine with whoever won that match.
Ooh.
And I
Yeah.
think we're going for our
Like
last
right
commercial break.
over. Not just on, right over that announce table.
Yep.
Throwing him like he was a little child.
Why do you think you saw Wade Barrett get the hell out of the way there? Because he saw that happening.
What I loved is like Wade Barrett just like, yeah, I know it's coming. But Michael Cole's like, you assholes.
Yeah.
WWE Survivor Series Wargames. Order through your TV provider or subscribe to Sportsnet Plus. The first thing you notice, they call it SUV, is that one thing to notice. It's more beautiful, more comfortable, and advanced. And way more.
Yeah. I agree with you, Ryan, on this one. Coming in saying Vicious Drew is the best version of Drew. And that's what we're getting out of Drew tonight.
Absolutely.
This vicious, cold-hearted killer, you know? Which is the Drew we've needed for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the Drew that, I loved back even when he was a lot smaller in terms of his physical stature. But when he first came in and was going through that war with Kofi for the Intercontinental title.
Oh, when he was doing that I'm Vince's number one pick shtick there.
Yeah, when he was the chosen one.
I was just going to say with those people people sleeping in that commercial. I'm betting that's how OMD now sleeps in his bed.
Probably.
Now I have to ask, Carl. You were saying on those T-shirts that you could find on that beautiful Redbubble store you have that they come in all prints. You can get them on a coffee mug.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get them on bags? OMD, I got you here.
I can set it up so that they can be on tote bags.
I'm not thinking tote bags per se.
Oh.
Are you thinking my colostomy bag?
I wasn't, but now I am. Thank you. But it's nice to know that you have one. Worked like a char.
I love when they do these crane shots of the ring.
Ah, this one. Okay.
Yeah. I keep forgetting, Carl, you're behind. You're usually up with me and Perish, so
Yeah. And I'm using the Rogers Ignite app, so I don't know what's going on.
Could be the app. Like I'm assuming, Chris, you're watching the channel.
I am. But last night I was on the Rogers Ignite app and it was really slow for me too, so
Yeah.
The crowd really getting behind that whole yeet thing as
Yep.
well. Right. Drew doesn't need to smile all the time. I agree
Nope.
with that.
yeah, he
Completely.
can still be that cocky like smile when he wants to, but he'll kill you in the ring. He can still he
Yep.
could still do that, you know. But it is that cold-blooded killer that made me want to see Drew win the WWE title.
Yep.
And I'm glad that he's going back to that, and I'm hoping maybe it makes me want to see him do it again. Like, see that little smirk that he's about to do for you guys. I like that.
Right. But that's that cocky, like kind
Yeah.
of, yeah, that's
I
not
got
like
you in my
elated
crosshairs.
smile.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's the countdown to the Claymore that he needs to abolish, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't count it down anymore. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just Claymore out of nowhere.
Yep.
Or put up the 3 and then just drop 2 fingers and then do it.
Yeah.
So this was a giveaway.
Wow.
Yeah, because you have to think the babyface and the women's have the advantage, and the heels and the men's have the advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ed, there never really is a reason for the baby faces to win the advantage because basically if the baby faces do have the advantage, it's sort of a bit of a heel kind of thing anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So now we're going to find out who Cody's spoken to. I mean, we already know.
We only got a couple minutes left. Come on, who is it? Who is it?
I keep looking for the Titantron to see.
Right? I'm just waiting for the music.
Well, that's what I mean by the Titantron.
Yes. Oh. Oh. Play his music. Come on. That's it?
They're leading it up. They want to tease Randy Orton for the pay-per-view.
I love it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, man.
And I love how Cody was like, he knew that this was the worst kept secret going on for a return, right?
Right.
He played that up big time.
Wow. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I love
Yep.
it.
Gotta leave you wanting more.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
The best thing is he probably shows up after the show goes off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guarantee my Facebook is going to be littered with this kind of shit, or with what happened afterwards. And I guarantee if that does happen, Carl and I are probably going to be talking about it tomorrow night on Turnbuckle Talk.
I did, Ed. I did see the look on Jay's face.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a look of uncertainty on Jay's face, and I'm not sure about that, you know?
Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. Whew.
Wow.
What a Raw for me to return to.
Yeah.
Right?
What a Raw. This just ended up being fantastic.
Yes.
Trying to catch yourself, are you, Carl?
I am. What did you guys think? You
That
happy with
again,
this Raw?
Another fantastic show. A lot of builds, lots of seeds planted.
So when you do a go-home show, it's supposed to leave you wanting more, and that's exactly what Raw did tonight.
Yes, absolutely it did.
That's how you have an obvious announcement without doing too much.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Take notes, Tony. Take notes.
I'm happy.
Me too.
I
This
thought you were
is,
Carl.
I'm happy, Carl. I'm happy, Carl.
But everything on tonight's show just had me in tune, had me glued to the screen, had me wanting more out of everything that we saw tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like just everything, like the amount of women showcase that we had on this show tonight was beautiful. To the little things like Imperium almost imploding, I guess you could say, to a certain degree of maybe I chose the wrong person, and just the promos that we got from Adam Pearce to
Yeah.
to the Miz to Gunther all the way through to the end of the show. Wow.
Right.
Yes, a great cliffhanger, Manny. Like
Yes.
so good. Maybe there is new music. I doubt it though, because it's pretty iconic for Randy Orton to use voices.
Yes.
Yeah, but that remix of voices would be great for him to come out.
Right.
To.
It's a new voices that's coming because I mean even Rev Theory has teased it.
Yeah, it's on Spotify and everything.
Yeah. You see, that's I don't know about that with Pearson Aldis right now.
Yeah.
But I want to know more.
See that Pearson Aldis thing, that's what I mean by leaving you wanting more. I love what they're doing here. The storytelling on tonight's show is just fantastic.
I wonder, it could be a trade, could be, do we do a Team Raw versus Team SmackDown match?
Could very well be. Could very well be. Or as Perish alluded to, maybe this is where, we kind of find out a little bit more about a, possibility of a women's tag team tournament style, whatever matchup that's going to happen on SmackDown to now have maybe a fatal 3-way for the women's tag team championships. Maybe that's what these two need to discuss. Maybe 5-on-5 women this Saturday. It could very well become a 5-on-5, possibly.
Yeah, because like as he's saying, Xia Li could be joined, and
Yep.
then the NXT Women's Champ makes all the sense in the world, if you ask me.
Yep. You know what?
Yeah.
Well, see, and I've said that exactly. Xia joining Team Damage Control and splintering off with Asuka, Io, but that's where Sasha comes back.
And it could also be
Yeah,
like, say,
but-
if somebody else is to come back on the women's side, like Carl's alluded to, maybe we see Alexa Bliss, maybe we see Liv Morgan come back.
Well, Alexa Bliss is due to give birth next month, so I don't see it being her. But I can
Come on.
see Liv Morgan.
Paige's
Lyra
mom would do it.
Valkyria.
And Mercedes Moné has already stated she's not wrestling again for the rest of the year. So
Yeah, she's actually currently hurt right now. Like has a cast on her leg.
I know, and I know she said she's signing with some company next year, and that's why I'm saying we could see it, and her swerve everybody.
Possibly.
I mean, after what happened on Saturday at the MLW pay-per-view, I'm just loving the swerves that we get now.
So now I hope it doesn't happen, because the less I have to deal with Mercedes Moné on my TV screen, the better.
Well, good, because it would be Sasha Banks in WWE.
Yeah, I know.
Correct.
Yeah.
Why have money just on you when you could save it and invest it in a bank? Like, it just makes more sense.
True. Very, very true.
Yes.
With all of that being said, this has definitely left us with a multitude of different choices and ways that things could go and happen, especially leading up to Survivor Series Wargames, with Manny mentioning possibly Mickey James as well. Guys, we're going to go around the room really quick and just kind of find out where everybody is on the socials and where they can find people within the interwebs. And let's start with you, Mr. Chris Perish.
Well, I mean, you can see me in all, or you can find me in all those socials underneath. I'm not going to spoon feed them to you. You guys all have an educational level that's above Dana Brooks, so you guys can easily read it. But where you can see me visually, well, I mean, you could see me Wednesday nights at Wrestle Draft, as I have slid into second place, and I will slide back into first place. Don't you worry. As Ed Fries and I are joined by the bastard through WWE 2K23, Eric Bischoff, not the real one, because he big leagues us. But it's okay as we play some My GM mode on there. It's a fun time, so come check that out. Every Sunday you can see myself and Bobby Munson as we do Bustin' Out. We will have the 67th edition of Bustin' Out this week, getting closer and closer to the first ever Golden Busters that will be on episode 69. And then this Friday, Ed Fries and I return for paper previews as we will preview everything Survivor Series Wargames, and that's going to follow SmackDown at around that 10 p.m. Eastern time.
And OMD.
Well, the people can find me on the Book of Faces under my real name, Daniel Hrycyk, Hrycyk, on the Snapchat at One Man Dynamic, capitals on OMD, and on Twitch at OMD17. You can catch me here every Monday night with these three guys beside me and above me on the Raw Watch Along. Every other Tuesday on Turnbuckle Talk with Chris Best and Karl Karufel, and on Thursday nights on the Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke.
Chris Best.
All right, so you can catch me at ChrisDamage83 on YouTube, Twitch TV at CBRS Entertainment, CBRS_Entertainment, Threads.net, CBestFilms83, Facebook.com, Chris.Best83, TikTok.com, CBRS.Entertainment. You can catch me here, as I've already alluded to, 8:05 Eastern, Tuesday nights, alongside Karl Karufel and sometimes OMD for the Turnbuckle Talk. You can catch me here every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, alongside these three gentlemen as we do the Raw Watch Along.
And I've made things real simple and easy for everyone. I have a Linktree account. You can follow me and check out my Linktree, linktr.ee/Karl Karufel. That's linktr.ee/KARL KARUFEL. I do Monday nights with the Raw Watch Along, Tuesdays with Turnbuckle Talk, here and there and everywhere in between when asked or needed to. I'm there as much as I possibly can be. For Chris Best, Chris Perish, OMD, and myself, this has been another edition of the Monday Night Raw Watch Along. Thank you to each and every one of you for coming along and being here with us. And we'll see you all next week.
Always thought of my own direction. No one can pull me out. I've always felt different from the others. I'm running away